Greetings and welcome to Creative Consulting Dreams. I'm Beverly Brown and I'm your host, and thank you for joining me today. Creative Consulting Dreams talk show is just that, talking to everyday dreamers and visionaries about their goals, their dreams, their vision, and mainly the obstacles they face in order to achieve their goals, dreams, and visions. And we do this so we can inspire someone to say that, you know what, if they did it, there is something that I can also accomplish in my life. So thank you for joining me today, and I hope if you're on the YouTube channel that you will like and subscribe and just pass this along to everyone to be inspired. Now today I have such a wonderful and really, really special guest with me today. This is a COVID view, as you can see, because we have our mask. And right now I just want to introduce you to none other than Miss Karista Rose, who is a very, very special guest. And this is a very, very special segment because I really want them to really find out what Karista Rose has been going through just to get to this segment. So Karista, tell me a little bit about yourself. But don't you want to take that mask off before we do?
Yes.
Are you good with that?
I am good.
And we'll tell you especially why we were wearing the mask today, and it was because of her health reasons too. But we're going to unmask because we want you guys to enjoy this interview. So
Yeah, we're
let's
socially distancing.
Yeah, we're socially distant, so let's unmask, Karista. Is our
Hi.
lipstick okay? Mine okay? Good. That's all we need. So we do this naturally. So yeah. So come on, Karista. Tell me about Karista Rose.
So my name is Karista Rose. I'm very grateful to be on this show. And first, I'm a Dreamsteerer Academe Graduate, which is, I got this beautiful certificate. Queen Karista Rose, most courageous, defying the odds.
Yes.
Which defying the odds is my platform and my message to the world. I want to encourage people who are going through difficult circumstances, or as I like to say, climbing their own Mount Everest, that they can defy their odds. And I say platform because I compete in beauty pageants. Right now I'm currently today's extraordinary queen, Mrs. Arizona, my beautiful crown. And I will be competing virtually for nationals in September.
Wow.
A little bit more about me is I've been married for 15 years to my husband, who is the producer of this. Yay!
James Harris, we love him.
Hashtag Dream Team. Hashtag Dream Team.
And they are. You're going to hear more about that in a minute too. Yes.
I've also, collaborated on 3 books.
Several books.
3 books, and then I had the honor of being part of the Dreamsteerer Academy
And we're going to talk about that
book
tomorrow.
that's coming out. But so I've been married for 15 years. I have one son who just turned 18.
Oh my goodness.
And that's scary, letting the bird fly from the nest. And then I also have a very special little animal. She is a hairless sphinx. Her name is Queen Lily, and she is so special.
She is.
Because she is a nationally certified therapy pet. Not an emotional support animal. She's a therapy pet, so she can go into senior homes and children's homes and give them therapy by letting her pet them, and she does a few little tricks.
Even though she's a skinless cat.
No, she's not skinless.
Wait, not skinless, hairless. Oh my God, we're gonna say hair. Hairless, okay.
Hairless cat. And she's just a love bug, and she's just really special. She's been doing it since she was 7 months old, and I think my husband's going to pop up a picture for you guys to see. She's absolutely gorgeous.
Because she's a queen too, and you should see she's got pictures where she wears crowns as well. I love little Queen Lily.
So once again, I'm happy to be here and share my story of defying the odds.
Absolutely.
Because my life, since I was a child, I've been defying the odds.
Yes, you have. And I'm not even gonna, I wanted you to tell that part of the story, but I want them to also know how I know you. Because I've been knowing Karista over the years, and like you said, she attended Dreamsteerer Academy. And if you don't know what Dreamsteerer Academy is, it's an academy that I do every year, a 9-week course to help you uncover, discover, and develop the person you already have inside of you. And Karista was one of my most courageous students. I mean, she is just defying the odds with the health issues that she has. And I'm just going to let you tell them more about you. I mean, I love you as a person. You and James just inspire me. And I just want to at least mention, she just got out of the hospital after, is this the fourth time?
No. Oh, I believe
Just
so.
since the COVID thing.
I was in
even
the hospital
pre-COVID.
for non-COVID related.
Yes.
But in the hospital for 26 days total.
Oh my God.
Over 2 months.
Yes.
And I came down with another, quote, life-threatening condition that can be cause issues, but it's caused by one of my other conditions.
Right.
So
and she doesn't have COVID, guys, in case it
yeah, no.
We're doing the interview, we're protected, and that's not what it's
I've been
about. We wanna
tested
make sure.
several times for COVID just to be
Exactly,
safe,
yes.
because of my health, just to be safe. So I'm COVID free.
Yes, you are.
So are you want to
About
start?
your condition? No, tell them about your condition.
Okay, so the reason why I'll start with my childhood. So
Yes.
I've been defying the odds since I was basically probably 2 years old. 2 years old through, that's my first memory. Through age 12, when I got into foster care, I was emotionally, physically, and sexually abused. I was abused by my mother and some of her friends. And so that went on daily for pretty much 12 years.
Oh my God.
I honestly thought I was going to die. I did try to commit suicide a couple of times.
Yes.
Because I thought that was the only way out. And then I got into foster care, which foster care did save my life.
Isn't that amazing?
But there's
care?
always good and bad in foster care. And in, unfortunately, one of the homes I was abused. Again. But thankfully I got out of that situation. I learned a lot, and then turned 18 and went to college, 2-year college, for something that I really liked. And then I survived an abusive relationship, my first marriage.
Yes. Another case of abuse. Right.
Because I was so used to being abused, I thought that's what love was, and that it was okay. And it's not okay. That is not love.
Definitely
So,
not.
if you're being abused, and you think that he loves you, or she loves you, that's not the case. You need to get out of that relationship. You'll find a much better life. And I did find a much better life when I left that situation. I found my husband.
Yes, she did. And she has a magnificent husband. When I tell you I see a couple so devoted to each other. You guys are just amazing to me. And like I said, you just inspire me because you are loving, caring, and like you said, you got it all through all of those years of abuse, through all of that you went through, and then someone just comes into your life and times, I just want to say the perfect person for you, because that just goes to show you.
And he's so perfect.
When it's time.
We share the same birthday, March 3rd. I love that. That was meant to be.
Absolutely.
So, got married, and then, there's been struggles. I've been homeless over the years a couple times. I was raised a single mom, temporarily with a baby, working, trying to support him by myself.
Right.
But then I met him, and then my life changed about 7 years ago.
Okay.
And I went into a myxedema coma, which I had. It's thyroid coma.
Okay.
I had my thyroid taken out, and so you take medicine, and my body wasn't absorbing the medicine. So I was in the hospital for like 3-4 days with no memory of anything. I remember a nurse coming in and saying, "Do you remember me?" And I'm like, "No, I don't."
No.
She's like, "I've been your nurse for the last 3 days."
Wow.
So after that, that kind of settled down, but just a couple days later, I was diagnosed with what is called adrenal insufficiency.
Now wait, we even talk about, is this before you coded the first time?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So
Before I actually coded.
She actually coded, guys.
So I have adrenal insufficiency. Some people kind of refer to it as Addison's disease as well, which President John F. Kennedy had adrenal insufficiency. But something with the adrenal insufficiency, I now have to take steroids. So I've been taking steroids for the last 7 years, and I literally have to take them every day within a 24-hour period for me, or I could slip into a coma and die.
Every day she has to battle this, guys. Every day.
Every day. And it has been a real challenge for me because steroids change people's bodies.
Exactly.
And so, the weight gain, my kind of moon face that you see here, I didn't look like this before. And so I had to get used to loving myself again. Before I could go out into the world and, talk about defying the odds. You got to learn to love yourself and be comfortable with yourself.
You are. Exactly.
So it took me a while to get used to the weight. I'm always working on being healthy. But sometimes just things happen.
Right.
But as far as the adrenal insufficiency, I went and coded 2017. I don't exactly remember what happened, but next thing I know is I woke up and I was intubated.
Wow.
Never been intubated.
And for how long were you coded? They said about how many minutes? Were you actually
They didn't tell you? They didn't tell me.
Right.
I haven't looked at all of my medical records yet. I don't know if they document that, but all I know is he said that he went up into the room and went home, and then by the time he got home, they were calling to say we had to intubate her. And I just woke up. I thought we had gone home and been in a car accident. But then they put me back to sleep, and I think it was probably like 24 hours I was intubated. 24, maybe 48. But it did cause me some PTSD. But it was because of the adrenal insufficiency and another mixed edema coma. Now, something with the mixed edema comas is they're very rare, and people don't usually survive them.
Wow.
And I've survived
way that she's defying the odds.
I've survived it twice.
Yes.
And
that is your platform. I mean, the stories I already know about you, okay? And like I said, she has several books here. It's called The Girlfriend Over the Fence, Your Battle with Depression, and you have the other one. Where did we put the other one?
When I rise, I thrive.
It's there, When You Rise, You Thrive, and the other one because you've gone through so many things. So she is just a picture of just a person that's just defying the odds constantly.
And I talk about what I have and my conditions.
Yes.
Not because I want sympathy or
Not
people
at
to feel
all.
sorry for me, but people who are like going through cancer or have some other condition or are disabled. I have a couple of invisible disabilities that you would never guess that I have, and I struggle through those every day. But I still do stuff. I'm here. I try to get out in the community as much as I can. I fight. And I defy the odds.
You definitely fight. I mean, if it's one thing I have to say about Karista, it's more courageous, and she fights. I mean, constantly. She's always encouraging people. Even like I said, we just kind of like skimmed over everything because this is way more serious than what she's really saying. And I want to say, because guess what? I think this is our third take that we had to take because this is the second one that we had. Actually, we did two before. One of them was. However it was, the thing is that the first time you were out of the hospital, it was 1 week after the hospital. It's like, well, Chris, she's like, yeah, I'm coming, I want to do it. I'm like, okay, we did it, but we had some editing issues the first time, so we were trying it again. And she went back into the hospital because of the adrenal insufficiency issue, or what was that?
Well, it's a combination of the adrenal insufficiency. So like I said, the steroids do obviously cause side effects when you take them for so long. Mine was weight gain, but however now I have steroid-induced diabetes.
Oh my goodness.
So the only way right now to pretty much kind of stop the diabetes is to get off of the steroids. And if I get off of the steroids, I'm not alive.
Right, so you can't.
So it's just we're working. We're trying to find a happy medium with my blood sugars, but it is a little. It's been a change of life for me to, not only have adrenal insufficiency and have to watch my body and know, the signs and symptoms of going into what is called low cortisol, which that's the chemical that the adrenals produce for your heart, your brain, all your organs to function. So with the diabetes, it's just
and that's just another thing that she has to defy her odds with. She just keeps defying the odds. Abuse, relationship, things that you've gone through, your health, weight gain, all of these things, and you just come back and you bounce back. She's not doing no, oh, woe is me story. You're not hearing of her that. She's always encouraging people on Facebook to do things, always working in the community. She volunteers. She lets nothing stop her, and that's the amazing story that I love about
And I will be honest, life is not perfect.
Oh, no.
I do suffer from depression. I do suffer from anxiety, which is why I collaborated on these books, one is The Girl Behind the Fence Anxiety. I have anxiety, social anxiety. Being on stage competing in beauty pageants causes me anxiety. Driving in the car causes me anxiety, and I address all that in this book. But you know what? I fight through it. And same thing with depression. Mental health, people still feel that it's a huge stigma in our world today, and they don't want to talk about it. Well, I don't want to be one of those people. It's, a lot of people suffer with PTSD and depression, and they don't need to feel that they're being looked down on or that there's a stigma. They're a part of our world. There's many wonderful people, that have anxiety or depression.
Everyday people.
So, there are days that I'm under the covers is what the name of my chapter is, where I just, have to pull the covers up over my head and say, what, today I just can't do it. Tomorrow's a new day. I'll start over again. And that's how I fight through my depression. I have my good days and my bad days, and that's what my Facebook is about. Is a lot of people just post their perfect pictures and have everybody
what's behind the fence.
What's behind the fence. And so my book is, I will share with you the good and the bad.
And the ugly, yes.
So that way I can encourage others to defy their odds.
And that's the beautiful part about it, because trust me, I already know somebody's here right now is going through anxiety, depression. We go through it in all phases of our lives. It doesn't stop. It goes up and it's down. The thing is to encourage you to not stay there. Except you said, the days it's like, today I'm going to put the covers over my head.
Under the covers.
Her husband's not going to bother her today. And you know what? Those are the days you can do that. Just don't stay there.
Exactly.
And she doesn't do that. She doesn't stay there. When I'm contacting her, it's like, Karista, how's your day? Oh, better today. Like today, she said, is a great day. And you take that day and make it that day.
Exactly. The good days that I have is I do my best to take advantage of them, because I never know when I'm going to get a bad day. And the good days help me through the bad days. The memories, the stuff that I did, it's really encouraging.
It is. And like I said, we just skimmed the surfaces. You guys, you need to buy the books. You got the girlfriend, the girl behind the fence, the depression one, and then you have the girl behind the fence, the anxiety. And when this one, she's also featured in When I Rise, I Thrive.
And this was a 6-category bestseller.
Ooh,
and this is the one that I discuss. It's what the Phoenix Defying is the chapter.
Okay.
Which, the Phoenix always rises from the ashes and constantly reinvents itself. That's the way I kind of feel that my life has been.
Yes.
But defying the odds. So I talk about, coding, coming back and rising from the ashes. I feel like I keep doing that.
Oh, you constantly do it every day, and I just commend you for it, because you're such a beautiful inspiration. And we're also going to add that she is, like I said, she is a Dreamsteerer Academe Graduate, and she is also co-authored in our book. It's called The Graduates of Dreamsteerer Academy, From Dreamers to Visionaries, and it's like how we discovered ourselves and became who we are. And you are just a shining example of somebody that just keeps getting back up every day. And I just commend you for it because you're such a beautiful and courageous person. So you're only seeing parts of Karista from just this interview. I totally want you to go to her page. You'll see where she's talked about her Facebook page. Mainly tells a lot of what's going on with her and what she's done in the past. But I just want to thank you so much for being here.
Thank you. And then I think we didn't talk about this.
Okay.
We forgot.
Because she's so many queens. Which one are we this season?
So right now I am today's extraordinary queen, Mrs. Arizona. This is my sash and this is my beautiful little crown. And it's a pageant that encourages people with visible and invisible disabilities.
Yes.
It gives them the opportunity, you know, if they can't necessarily go on stage and compete, you can do it this way and do it virtually.
Okay.
So that way you can be a part of the community. And yes, I am not your typical beauty pageant girl, but you know what? I feel in my heart that I can do it to inspire other people.
Absolutely.
And there's beauty inside. And so when I talk to the judges, you know, I want them to see the beauty inside because it's not all about outward appearance.
And trust me, they see it because you won how many pageants and you've been part of so many pageants. And you the amazing part, she keeps mentioning, she said how she has anxiety about doing the pageants, but guess what? She gets up there with the anxiety, and that's what people need to know. Don't think it's just going to pop off for you. Oh, I have no more anxiety. Oh, I have no more fear. And trust me, people say they'll see me talking, and you don't understand. Hey, before I come on, I got to take some breathing lessons and calm my spirit down. Just know that you have something in your heart to do, that God has blessed you with to do it, that you need to show people that you are able to do it and stop using fear as the factor to stop. She is a prime, yes, you are a prime example of that. Tell them about it. You got to fight and do it up.
Fight, defy the odds. You know, life is a constant Mount Everest.
Yes.
Life situations and everything that you're going to go through. It's you're going to get through one Mount Everest. You're going to reach the top, and then you know, a lot of people. There's going to be a next one coming, but I know it's hard, and you just sometimes want to just give up and say, I don't want to fight anymore, I don't want to do this.
Right.
You need to fight because you can be an inspiration to somebody else.
Absolutely.
And that's what I want to encourage people to do is, you know, fight through their circumstances because somebody else is going to see you fighting and it's going to help them. But like I said, defying the odds. That's
Absolutely.
my message, that's my platform.
And this is for anybody that, like you said, that figure that outward appearance is something that stop it. Let people see your heart. That's what matters. That's the picture that you want to portray with anything that you do. Pageant, walking into school, walking into everyday life. So many people are being bullied for the way that they look. You know what? If you walk in with that positivity of saying, you know what, it doesn't matter what you're saying about me or what you're even thinking about me, be yourself. Ignore anything that they have to say and just say, you know, this is who I am, and accept it. And that's what I love about Karista. She doesn't let any of that ever stop her, and she is a queen of all queens.
Well, I have to say, you know, thank you. You have, oh yes, you can't forget my book.
Oh my, you got another book. That's right, the one that you're publishing now?
Yes, my autobiography.
Okay.
Which is what the Dreamsteerer Academy, I grew up not to dream, that I had to follow what my mother did. So I didn't know anything, you know, that, hey, I could do this. I could set my sights and do this. And then, you know, I saw her academy, I saw her graduates, I saw what they were doing. And I'm like, I want to be a part of that. And I finally was able to be a part of it last year.
Yes.
And, you know, we really determined that my dream was to write my autobiography.
So we're gonna do it.
I posted, I have been, I've got like 30 pages written already.
Okay.
But it's my goal is to have it done by December of next year.
Alrighty. Not 2020? Okay.
Not 2020.
I don't know, I might have to push you for that, but that'll be fine too. and I didn't bring it up because, like I said, you did tell me that that is something that you wanted to do. So now I know, and now it's on tape. So guess what? You can't back out of this.
Yep.
This time. And her reason why she kept saying it and saying it, believe it or not, and this might be a scary thought, she kept saying, "I don't think I'm going to be there to finish it."
Yes.
So that was.
And I want to finish it before I go because
and you are.
With adrenal insufficiency, you never know what's going to happen
Exactly.
because your body, the cortisol controls your, like I said, your
Everything.
organs, your stress level. So when your stress level goes up, your body releases extra cortisol, which cortisol equals the steroids that I have to take to replace that chemical.
Right.
And so, yeah.
So, well, the thing is to know that you can defy the odds. She defies it every day. Keep that in mind. When you think about you're having a pity party about something that's going on in your life, think about if you have to wake up, when you open your eyes in the morning, this is the day that I have to take something. If I don't have that medicine, she gets stranded on an island, can't get to her medicine, what could happen to her? So please, think about that when you're trying to, talk about struggles that you're having. Overcome those obstacles. Be the person that God has set you out to be, and trust me, He will provide. So thank you again. I'm probably going to say it 100 times. Thank you so much for being here on Creative Consulting Dreams Talk Show to inspire somebody. Please, guys, know that your dreams can come true and you can defy the odds.
And if you want to reach me, join my Facebook page that I have. It's KR Defying the Odds.
Yeah, so we're going to have that posted on there for her, definitely. So thanks again.
Thank you.
Be here.
You're a
every
dream
day,
steerer.
be an inspiration.
My dream steerer.
All right, we're going to end this program now, finally. Thank you, guys, and please make sure you like my YouTube channel, and please do a thumbs up and pass the word. Have a blessed day.
Thumbs up.